Welcome back to the From Harvey We Love podcast. I am your host, Harvey World Drizzy. I'm back to y'all with another one. As you guys can see, we're not in our normal cozy studio. And so we struggling out here. So when my camera inevitably goes off, I'm going to make sure to get that thing right back up. But I said I was going to get you guys 3 a week. And the only way I was going to be able to get it out is if I got one out tonight. So here we are. Unfortunately, today, came across a new YouTube channel. I believe the name of it is The Business, with a brother, Jason Black, I believe. He do interview content. I came across a video of a married woman and another bird that he did a interview with. And we pro-marriage over here, so I mean, I try to be pro-marriage. I try to promote marriage over here because I do believe that it's still the most successful union, and the most. I feel like it's the best environment to raise children. Point blank. Period. Ain't no way around it. So, but I do understand the risk that men specifically take in today's world. So, because what I feel like the issue is we have women that want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. They want to be sexually liberated pterodactyls, but they want us to treat them like the same old damsel in distress that our grandma and them was. Some of that's going on here. So, you know what? I'm not even going to waste no more time, Without further ado, I'm going to just get right into it. Hold on, let me. Go.
He didn't have to be faithful. The next guy has to have a job, his own money, his own place, and be faithful.
Correct.
But the last one didn't have to do any of those things.
He did, but he just played me. He really.
Okay, remember what they said about the word but that means that neutralizes everything but you said before. So you said he did. No, he didn't.
He finessed me. I got played, okay?
You got played. Ma'am, you can't get all right.
I got played.
Jill, okay, Jill, I'm trying to go along with this. I really am here. So
okay.
How much authority does your husband have?
Jill is the married one. He just asked her, how much authority do your husband have? Fellas, brace yourself.
Something that Cynthia said a little bit before that was kind of triggering. Because when I met my husband years ago, I used to do modeling, urban modeling, like implied nudes, like that kind of stuff.
Urban modeling? She had that's the old school OnlyFans.
And he was all for it. I would send him pictures. He was okay with it. The second we got together, it was like, yeah, no. You're a representation of me. I don't want you posting this. That's not okay because now people know you're my girl.
Reasonable.
And fast forward now, it wasn't until about 5 years ago where I literally had to put my foot down and I said,
had to put your foot down. Ma'am. I'm gonna let it continue.
Either I get to be myself, which I initially, started being when I first got with you, that I had to stop. Or
for context, the butt cheeks flapping, them her butt cheeks. This is what she put her foot down on her husband to do. On her husband. And they've been married for about 15 years. 15 years and a few years in. This is recent that she started doing this. This is recent. She said, I had to recently put my foot down. He had stopped her from doing it. She said, no, they going crazy on OnlyFans. Hey, fellas. Like I say, I try to be pro-marriage. I know I'm not promoting it right now because it don't look like it. But you don't need to get you one of these. You can't get you one of those. You can't, brothers, you can't afford one of these. Look at it. It look good. It look good, but bro, Don't put yourself through this, man.
We're done. And so far, we're managing. And that's why now, you see me a little bit more okay, on social media, nothing too raunchy, nothing too crazy.
Nothing too raunchy.
Obviously I still have kids and a family, but he didn't want any of that. I couldn't post a selfie without him.
Whoa. That's somebody mama, a married woman of about 15 years. She put her foot down on her husband and shake her fucking naked ass. This is what you put your...
Him saying, oh, who you posting that for? Who you're trying to get to look at you?
Questions that need answers.
It became an issue. So how much control he has now, I put my foot down and I dictate how much control he has right now.
Soy boy.
So
and that's my opinion.
So you dictate how much control he has.
Yes.
Okay. Do you see how that could be an issue?
Okay. In what way?
Okay. Let's go back to that 50-50 thing. And we're going to come back to we're going to come back to the financial aspect of it in a moment. I don't even want to talk about finances. Let's talk about that 50-50. You do realize there is no such thing as a male-female relationship that's 50-50. Certainly not in a committed relationship. There's no such thing. And by committed, I'm talking about a man who's serious at all, like serious about you in any scintilla. What do I mean by that? For example, Jill, the local madman or ruffian, sees you at the Circle K and grabs you around the throat. What do you expect? I'm going to say your husband is going to do one of these three options. You tell me which one of the three. Number one, he is going to sit there and call 911. Number two, he is going to scream like a wench. Number three, he is going to attempt to stop said assailant with his bare hands, even at the risk of his own life. Which one of those three do you suspect is going to happen?
It's only one that can
Number
happen.
3.
Boom.
Okay.
Because I've had it happen, so.
But you realize men get killed every day doing that.
No, understood.
And yet that is what you expect to happen. Not you hope it will happen.
It's what better happen.
Let me tell you, if something like that did occur and he's over there on the sideline, oh Lordy, oh God, I can't believe it. Yeah, I hope he meets another cute chick on the way home because he won't have life very much longer. I'm suspecting he won't be married very much longer. So he might as well go ahead and talk to other women. He's not going to be married much longer anyway. Is that a safe assumption to make?
Yes, that's why I choose number 3, because if he did the first one about calling for help, I might die in the meantime. And the second one, if you run away, that's the end of it. Because if I can't feel like you're able to have my back in that way, whether you put yourself at risk or not, then
right. But there's my thing is that at a basic level, finances notwithstanding, that is not an income question. Finances notwithstanding, if your physical safety were in danger, you are expecting this man to sacrifice life and limb.
Risk it all.
No questions asked. His liability is unlimited.
Look at our face.
The amount of damage or liability he could suffer is unlimited.
Absolutely.
That's not a financial issue. So what I'm saying is, at what point is he ever going to demand the same thing of you?
Never.
I mean, he's not going to demand it because that's something that I would do. For example, if the roles were reversed and something like that happened to him, you best believe I'm going to grab the nearest, whatever it is, and go help my man.
And do you see that look? Do you see that look on Cynthia's face? That's exactly what it will be. That's a great cartoon caricature, but it's not something that will actually occur. That's the problem. So philosophically speaking, that's a wonderful platitude for you to give, but that's not what's going to happen. If somebody kicks in the front door of that big, beautiful house you got there, and you and your husband are upstairs, I'll be damned if he gets to nudge you and say, hey, Jill, why don't you go see what they did down there? We're 50-50. That's not what's going to occur.
I got it last time.
You're going to expect him to go see whatever it is, life and limb notwithstanding. Now, you say, well, I'll be behind him. Yes, you're going to be way behind you.
Yeah, I'm going to be behind. Yeah.
And if something takes him out, Jill is not going to do like in the action movies like Spider-Man and jump over his body and take on the assailant. Jill is going to immediately double back and go the other way
I'm
and
gonna
lock
run towards
herself
the
in
kids'
the room.
room.
Okay, but what you're not
She's
going to do
making
is
a
run
point.
toward the assailant.
Yeah.
That's what you're not going to do.
You're not gonna take
So
the
you
risk.
say run towards the kids' room. You run towards the kids' room, but the assailant is not between you and the kids. If the assailant's between you and the kids, dilemma. So my point is, what you're not going to do is what he was doing. He was going at the assailant. You're going after something else. So what I'm saying is there's no such thing really as a 50-50 relationship between men and women, because at no time are we expecting you to demanding that you liquidate your life at our expense. That no time do we ever envision a scenario where it's like, okay, now if something happened to you, it's all on you. That's not what we think. And if you did meet a man with such an attitude, you wouldn't be with him for very
He
long.
up out of there.
Agreed.
I just don't think you could tolerate that kind of situation for
No
very
woman
long.
could. No
So by
woman should.
definition, it's not 50-50. It can't be.
So, ladies, do y'all understand that part though? Like that's what we're saying. It's like I don't even think she's getting it. He's gonna continue to preach to her, but I don't think these birds. They got thick skulls, like literal thick skulls. Like it is. But he's gonna continue. But that's the thing. It's like this shit ain't equal. Like even if you take money out of the situation, even if you take the monetary shit out of it, out of the whole relationship, the relationship is just not. It's not equal. We expect it to do more. It's just a fact. And women, you should expect him. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm saying he deserves more authority than she giving him, than she giving her husband. He got to lay his life down for some butt cheeks at the whole net scene. Man, you're disgusting. These new modern women is what the boys calling them now. These modern women, they fucking are delusional and deplorable. Shockingly low quality. That's deplorable. This shit makes no sense, man. And you got to be a traditional man to that. To that. She had a butt cheeks going in 4K. Both of them, though. She a little girlfriend or some shit. She's not yet married. I don't blame her, and she's younger. I mean, we should have more decency than this. But this one right here, you're older. You're a mother. You're a wife. Y'all saw them butt cheeks. She had a shoestring in between her ass crack. A shoestring. She's shaking them shits. Who you shaking them for? Who you?
Notice I didn't say a thing about dollars.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is that 50-50 is a wonderful concept, but when we talk about a man having authority, do you realize that that is what plays in a male's head when we have these kind of discussions about how much control we should have? You just had a rapper there killed in Los Angeles, PMB, and there are reports that his girlfriend one of the factors might be that she was tweeting where they were. Now, I'm not saying that's 100% what it was or 100% what it could be. I'm just saying I can understand how that would happen. That's how Pop Smoke got. His location got given out on Instagram. Next thing you know, the killers were there. If you don't have that kind of discipline, that can occur. That's the kind of risk that we take. So do you understand how a man's like, hey, I need to tell you what to do on your social media because my safety and well-being is a factor in that. Do you understand? Now that I've explained that, do you understand why a man would think that?
See, but I feel like I understand in that aspect, like, okay, hey, honey, be, careful with posting your location. And honestly, I have a funny story about that. That actually happened to me maybe about a month ago. I went out with a girlfriend of mine, and I tend to post a lot on my story, mostly my close friends, but in my story. And there was a gentleman who who was on my social media for years. I'm talking about my Facebook, my old stuff. I never really met him, but it was just somebody that knew that knew other people around me. And he asked me, he's like, hey, where are you guys at? Like, where are you at? And in my mind, obviously had a drink or two in me, not thinking anything of it. I was like, hey, I'm at this place, assuming he was asking just for future reference so that he could go there later on. Next thing I know, we're like hanging out and he like taps me on the shoulder.
Oh, nah.
Yeah. And I was like, I looked back and I was like,
oh, nah.
Hi. And he's like, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'm okay. And then it was like, never again. After that, I blocked him. And it was just like, you don't just pop up. So I had that kind of reality set in.
So you see how stupid she is, right? So she's not even responsible with them butt cheeks online. She's showing that type of ass online. Don't nobody care about you being married, ma'am. Don't nobody care. That's a sham. That's your sponsor, ma'am. That's not your husband. That's not your husband, ma'am. And everybody know it. And then you wonder, boom, butt cheeks shaking on the news feed, on the timeline, wherever her butt cheeks was at, right? Boom, DM. Where you at? Boom, DM back. I'm whoop-de whoop whoop. How am I popping up? Ma'am, how am I popping up though? I messaged you, I asked you, I got the information from you. Ma'am, explain to me how I popped up on you, how he popped up on you. He didn't pop up on you. Why were you responding? You're a married woman. Responding to a fan, giving them your exact whereabouts online that you admittedly said you have never met. You see why you need male authority? You think your husband would have advised that? I get it. It sounds like slavery. It sounds like you can get put on punishment or some shit. Like, I get how it sounds, but it only sounds like that if you chose wrong. Ladies, if you chose a strong, powerful, willing, capable, loving, competent man, if that's what you chose, why not follow him? Why not follow him? And if you didn't choose that, why waste your time? Y'all favorite line is, I can do bad all by myself. Why waste your time with a piece of a man?
And obviously I told my husband, so I'm okay with him sort of saying, hey, don't post where you're at. But in regards to me posting certain things like, hey, I don't want you to wear a shirt that's low cut because, you know, somebody might be gawking at you or might leave an inappropriate comment. That's for me to determine because I'm not your property. And most men
Really?
don't.
Why you not? Your daddy walked you down the aisle from daddy house to my house. Who last name you had before? You had daddy last name, then daddy gave you to me. Now you got my last name, but I get no authority. What the fuck you get his name for? I don't even know. Maybe did you take his name? Cause you you wearing the pants. Did he hyphenate his shit? What's going on? What's going on? Fellas. I am pro marriage. We should be married. We should get married. That's how we should raise our children. That's what you should do. When you ready to settle down, when you done, when you done sold your royal oaks and it's time for you to make them babies and you want to make them in a loving environment, the best way is through marriage. But don't put yourself through this shit. Don't you fucking marry one of those. What's wrong with you? That is a pump and dump. Her husband is weak. I'm sorry. And I don't. A lot can be going on. She could be capping right here, but I don't feel like she is. She's very adamant about this shit. You notice, like she don't even catch what Jason Black doing. She just telling her truth. Just telling her truth. And the truth is, she don't give a fuck. She don't respect her husband. Men feel love through respect, man. He's getting none of that from you. It's embarrassing. It's disgusting, actually. I know y'all. Did you see the butt cheeks just flap? Had the nerve to pause, shake up. She was going crazy. Magic City crazy with children. They don't care no more, man. Sexually liberated. This is what we get, fellas. This is what we get. So I'm going to tell you, hey, Drake said some of the realest thing. Maybe he's not that influential. If you not influential enough in your girl, because this is what happens when you go to a girl that you want. It's the same shit that they do. When they end up with Pookie, because Pookie is who they want, and Pookie treat them the way they need to be treated. he do exactly what he's supposed to do. Make single mothers out of you. Beat your ass. You know. He take your car. You know. He do what you deserve. He do what you deserve. And then you want a loving man. But this is the same thing for men. You go after these Instagram models, these digital content creators, these OnlyFans, you go, they SoundCloud rappers, bruh. Like, that's what they are. They OnlyFans ain't busting. The only thing that's busting is her wide open for everybody to see for free. I saw enough. I know a bunch of 13-year-old boys broke out the lotion immediately. That's what because that's who's online too. That's what else they need to understand. These damn near pedophiles. You on TikTok shaking that motherfucker. It's a 13-year-old demographic. You shaking that ass for 13-year-old boys. Hey, ladies, if y'all want to get married, because y'all the ones really need it now. The provision is coming from our side. We supposed to handle the provision now. You the one need to be trying to get out of the goddamn winter. Get out of the goddamn storming into somebody's house. I'm tired of telling y'all that shit. But you don't want to act right. You don't want to be obedient. You don't want to obey. These things sounds like slavery to you. But if the man loves you, he's competent, he's capable. You trust him the way you should trust your husband. If you picked him the right way, let that man lead. You know how much time we waste bringing you up to speed? Black woman, especially, I'm talking to you specifically now because y'all the ones that demand this shit most of the time. Do you know how much time we waste bringing you up to speed? I got to train you all. Just do what I'm telling you to do. At the end of the day, it's always for us. And if you do not trust that it's for us, then what we doing? What we doing? In these relationships, women are looking at themselves and themselves only. You need to be, the relationship is the baby. The union is the baby. That's what needs work. Don't always focus on your feelings or even his feelings. It's about the union, or you shouldn't have got into it. If it's not about the union, if it's not about the relationship, fellas, ladies, don't get into it, lady. If he got one time to slip up and you can't wait to kick him to the curb and you will blow all of this shit up and you know that going in, because most of you know how treacherous you are going in, don't do it.
I am not his property. And I said that to him multiple times. We could be married. Sometimes he jokes around and says, but I bought the cow.
No, you didn't.
You might have thought you bought the cow. Doesn't necessarily mean that my body, belongs to you and you get to dictate what I do, what I wear, where I go, that kind of stuff. So I feel like, yeah, if you want to be dominant, you want to have
that's
control,
exactly
you
what
want to
that
be
meant.
like, the protector of the home, go for it. I'm going to.
Did you hear what she said? Oh my God. She said, if you want to be the protector of the home, you want to provide for the home, go for it. So basically, give me all the benefits of a man. Fellas, you got to fucking hear this shit. She's saying it. Ain't nobody putting no words in her mouth. She just telling her truth. And this is how they fucking believe. This is what they really believe. We are play toys. If you find one of these, pump and dump. She has to be sufficiently fucking conquered. You let all of the city boys have their turn. Let them all get out of the way. Y'all, it's a line, fellas. Don't waste your time. You better be in and out. She don't deserve a husband. These type of women don't deserve a husband. You pump and dump them into oblivion, and then they figure it out when they fucking 40 and lonely. You let them figure it out then. And then hopefully one of these simps is around there to pick up the pieces. That's and look, women like this is all over the fucking place. Stop ruining good women when you got these. When you got these in the streets, fellas. When you see a girl and she good, let's from now on, fellas. Let's from now on, because we know a good girl when we see one. If you ain't ready, fella, leave her alone, because it's a plenty of these. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. It's so many of these motherfuckers. You ain't got to mess up them good girls, man. You know she got her shit together. She on the up and up, bro. You ain't ready. Hey, bow out gracefully, because look, this one is beautiful. Look, I'm not gonna hold you. She ain't ugly. There might be contacts. It might be weave. I don't care. She is beautiful. That is a good time, fellas. That is a good time. And you deserve that. She said, if you want to provide, you want to be the protector of the household, you can go do that. But when it comes to having authority over me, that's why I draw the line.
Follow behind you, and I'm going to let you do that. But when it comes to me and the way that I carry myself, that's for me to determine, because I'm a grown-ass woman.
What?
You're not a representation of your husband, though? Not at all. You just took his name for no reason, huh? That's an assumption because maybe you didn't.
Was he aware of this? You all have been together for what, 14, 15 years?
Yeah,
Was
about
he
13.
was he
13, 14.
aware of all this 13 years ago, that this was how adamant about that particular position you were? Because it sounds like that's a new thing.
It is a new thing because, as I stated previously, when he met me, I was like 18, 19 years old. And in the time.
This shit is disgraceful. She just said that she flipped the script on him. Now she ain't 18, 19 no more. That's when she met him. So you was good all of this time. This is what scares the shit out of men. This is why we not fucking marrying y'all. This is why they not marrying you. I got mine. I got mine. But this is why, and you don't deserve marriage. She never deserved that union. She never deserved that gift. She never deserved a man in that way. Never. This is ridiculous.
Time when we started dating, there's a lot of things that I overlooked. The same thing when he met me, I would go and take pictures, and he was like, I don't really want you to do that. I'm like, okay, here I am trying to.
She said she would overlook
be with this person that I love and be respectful and everything else. And me being in my 20s, I'm like, hey, these are things that, as a woman or as a.
Round of applause. There we go. Round of applause. Yeah, y'all did it. 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 The city girls, man, y'all did it, man. She was happily married, been married since she was 18, 19. She been with this man, following under his authority the way she should have all of these years. Is why I was successful. You know what, brother? I'm sorry. You might not be what I thought you was, because now it's kind of the story is kind of coming out now. So you was good. You was a good wife back then, but you let the city girls trick you into thinking that, you're sexually liberated. You deserve power over your body. You should just show it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, no matter. No, because likes, the dopamine you get from likes, it's worth it. Fuck your husband's heart and how he feels. It's so sad. Like, you don't get how hurtful that is to men, especially man that loves you. That niggas that don't like you, that don't deserve you, don't deserve your presence, don't deserve to lay their eyes on you, get to see you the same way I see you. Yeah, they don't have access and I'm not having sex yet. Because you a Drake DM away from busting that motherfucker open on a yacht. Let's be for real. And let's keep it funky. His best bet, and he better dream that it's Drake. And not one of these Arabian oil tycoons have her out there on a yacht getting pooped on. Because she's susceptible to that type of shit. Because you got to think, why is she doing it? Why is she doing it, fellas? It's only one reason. She could be for the attention of other men. Maybe for the attention of other women. Yeah, that's a fact, because they are competing with each other, and a lot of times that I believe that competition is probably what brought her back into the fold. She thought, I missed out when I was in my 20s. I could have had da-da-da-da-da. If I would have had OnlyFans back there, you own it. They call themselves digital content creators, and they call themselves content and creating all types of good creative words they just digital hoes. You digital hoes, you dusty divas are deplorable fucking whores. That's what you are. You just want to show your ass, and I don't give a fuck who listening to this. And if you look on your profile right now, and if your ass cheeks is turned to the camera, ma'am, you are a whore. I don't want to fucking hear. I don't care how many bodies you got, because you're lying anyway. I don't care. If you are, a lot of you motherfuckers got your ass in your profile picture. Are you crazy? I done seen profile pictures with an ass and no face. You understand what I'm saying? That's where we are now. And if you can go through your pictures and you can find your ass tooted up, your bare naked butt cheek tooted up anywhere, ma'am, you are a whore. And I don't give a fuck what you say about it, because you're looking for the attention of men in the wrong ways. You're leading with sex. You're already a sex object. That's what we see when we see you. All right, here we go. I told y'all we struggling out here. See, but I'm gonna let her continue to just piss me off with her words.
future wife I feel that I need to do in order to, you know, let it be known that these are not important to me. I don't care about posting online. I don't care about this. You know, my relationships mean more to me than whatever it is. And it wasn't until I hit my 30s, like I said, it was about 4 to 5 years ago, where it became like, okay, yeah, no. Like, you know, we're now, before, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of stupid things.
Heartbreaking, brother, because I know you done put in so much time in this relationship, and it was good while it lasted, bro. But get out. You turned 30 and decided to bust that motherfucker open for the next shorty. That is deplorable. That is egregious. That's imagine that shit though. Like that's the part that's the craziest to me, man. Is imagine switching. That's like you got a deal. You already in a relationship, and now you want to switch the rules without telling him. She didn't say we sat down, we talked about this. She said, I put my foot down. I was done with that shit.
The things that I would post online, the comments and the stuff that I would write online, I look back and I'm like, whoa.
Right, but here's my thing though. This
Mm-hmm.
is your husband. This isn't just some random stranger on the street.
My husband now.
So taking that into account, that this man has taken you from being just a single female out there by yourself. Yeah. You're not among those numbers. You actually have a man who is legally committed to you. Yeah. What he's saying though is that do you see yourself as your husband's representative?
Of course.
Okay. So if you are your husband's representative, then that obviously means that you need to represent him well.
Of course. And that's why I say that I refrain from doing certain things. I always question myself before I post.
Man, what do you refrain from? I know y'all saw that. I know y'all seen them motherfuckers earlier, and they look damn good. You hear what I'm talking about? They look good. Trust me. I'm clicking on them. I'm going to look. You know what I'm saying? If it was on my timeline, for sure I'm going to look. Might even double tap. You know what I mean? I might even go as far as to double tap, because the motherfuckers look good. She in good shape. Look at her. Even right now, she's serving titties. You see what I'm saying? She's in good shape. She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. But I shouldn't be able to see the same shit her husband see. It's not for my eyeballs. You are married. You out of the game. That's the sacrifice. You don't get it all. Women, listen here and listen closely. You do not fucking get it all. You don't get it all. Nowhere in life are you going to get it all. You're not going to get it all in the man. You're not going to get it all in your job. You're not going to fucking get it all. You ain't going to manifest it all. All of the books that you read and all of the bullshit, man, it's just not gonna go down like that. Like it's a real life thing. You gonna work hard and you gonna go through shit. There will always be risk. And you're gonna always be at what they call an opportunity cost. And you need to understand that with marriage, the opportunity cost it's gonna cost you the OnlyFans. It's gonna cost you the likes. You might not, if you don't have any real talent, outside of shaking your ass, you might not be able to get 100,000 subscribers. You might not. That's just how it is. That's what you forego for a man's provision, for a man's love, for marriage, for a healthy family. That's what you forego. You have to forego that. You don't get to have that. Not necessarily, because I can hear the comments now. No, I know a dude that there are men. There are men. They are few and far between. That's like y'all are basically betting y'all future like, oh, I'll just win the lottery down the line. That's what this shit sounds like. It sounds like, oh man, why aren't you saving? Why aren't you putting anything in your 401k? Oh, I'm just gonna hit the lottery down the line. I'm just gonna start playing the lottery in my 60s and shit, and I'll be good. You sound stupid as hell. You sound dumb as hell, man. Pull your head out your fucking ass. And brother, get out. If whoever her husband is, hey, y'all need to we need to find him. We need to find him, man. He need to know that he don't deserve this. No man deserves this.
Post something and how that comes across. If you notice on my social media, I don't have any trace of him whatsoever. I post my kids and
On my social media, I don't have any trace of him whatsoever. Fellas, man, this is the same shit I be telling them about Pookies, right? The signs are there. Now, in this brother's defense, unfortunately, it sounds like she flipped the script. She got on the Wi-Fi late in the marriage, 13 years in. So 10, 11, 12 years into this thing, you decide to put your foot down and start shaking your ass. Like, brother, if you ain't cheating, you deserve it. Go. If that secretary, hey, do it. Do it. Do it. This is why. This is why. Get her the fuck out of there. They don't deserve husbands. These don't deserve husbands. This is like a Pookie. This is a female Pookie. And the sad part about it is, like, yeah, it look good, but you know that's the same allure Pookie had. Pookie usually got abs and muscles and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't never had nothing but time to fuck bitches. So he's really good at it. He's really good at it. And that's how they get stuck. They get dickmatized by Pookie. This is a female Pookie. Because I'm telling you, I know. I seen her shaking that shit. I know for a fact that she wearing him out. That's why he let her get away with this shit. But, brother, it's the same thing I tell these girls. We know why they let Pookie drive their car. We know why Pookie got the keys to your house, man. Ain't no damn secret. We know that nigga, bro. We looking at him. We know him. So it's only one thing he could be doing. Knocking the bottom out that motherfucker. That's the one thing Pookie can be doing. And fellas, you sound stupid as hell if you suffering through a marriage with one of these fucking grenade launchers because she knocking that thing down. Now hey, teach his own. You know what? I can't even blame you because I don't know what type of search, what type of sorcery she doing to that man. I don't know for sure. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But hey, brother, you don't deserve this. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, if she ain't already gay that much, why you think she posting it? The right dude can see it. And
What?
You said before I post something on social media, I always ask myself, I always consult to myself. Do you ask him before you post something?
No, because I don't feel I need permission. But again, I feel like unless I'm out here posting crazy things, then
you know what's crazy? It's posting your location to a stranger that asks for it specifically and then acting surprised when he pop up.
I don't feel the need to. Because I don't think I post things that are, to that extreme. Now, if you see me like, hey, honey, I got an endorsement from Fenty lingerie or whatever, can I post this? I will ask them, just like I have done with my boudoir shoot. I recently posted a reel where it was like that. I was, half implied, whatever. And I was like, hey, honey, is this okay? And he was like, yeah, fine. Because again, I wasn't, in a thought.
You see how she looked off? Because she lying. But all right, that's neither here nor there.
I wasn't showing my butt. It was just, here and up.
Shouldn't be showing thongs or butts. Cynthia, you would never do anything like that now, would you?
Nothing against Cynthia. Again, nothing against
Okay,
Cynthia.
ma'am, okay. Just you already stepping in, caping. Listen,
Okay.
Cynthia has a man, because I'm going to come back to that, Jill. I'm not going to let that go. Cynthia, do you think that you are a man's representative?
I mean, that's their opinion. I don't know. I honestly don't care what people like.
No. I'm asking you, if you're in a relationship with a man, do you see yourself as his representative?
In a way, yeah.
Okay. How exactly do you see yourself as his representative?
Well, it's like I'm not explaining it. With her case is different.
I'm asking you.
I guess then yes, but my man should be fine with with me, you know, posting content because that's how he met me, you know?
Right, but I'm just asking the question though. Do you feel that when you're with a man that you are his representative?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. Because that means something. Do you realize that, and we'll come back to the cat later also. I saw you take him off from the other side of the picture before. I'm like, okay, we'll come back to it. No, you might want to keep him around. No, what I'm saying though is that, do you understand that the amount that a man's willing to risk himself for somebody, do you think that you're going to get the best out of a man if you are limiting your level of commitment? Because when you say things like, this is how much authority he has, do you realize you're also saying that this is the level of commitment that he should have to me?
I never thought about it that way.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because what I'm saying, these are the intangibles that we talk about here. Here's the real issue, Jill, and I haven't seen anything on your Instagram that really is, that is really too outlandish. Mm-hmm. But here's my thing. If it affects his sensibilities as his representative, if that affects his sensibilities, if he's not happy, if that bothers him, he's like, hey.
She's not gonna get it. She's not gonna get it. We ain't gonna waste too much time. If y'all want to see the rest of the interview, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link in the description below so that you guys can go and finish that in its entirety. But we know she's not gonna get it. I mean, it's not. I mean, look, she too deep down that wormhole now. She didn't already fell in love with the likes. She didn't already fell in love with it. It ain't no bringing her back, man. I'm pretty sure she got hundreds of thousands of subscribers that probably love her content. They can't wait for it to come out. And so she ain't going away, man. We're not gonna get her to stop. Nobody's gonna get her to stop. Her husband can't get her to stop. But fellas, what you need to be able to do is we need to select them out for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see them, they in love with the likes, they in love with that shit, man, and they ain't really selling nothing but they ass. That's a red flag, fellas. That's a red flag. Ladies, you want a husband, you're looking for authority, I'm sorry, or you're not looking for a husband. Now, this is another thing. You can make whatever union you want with a man that could be successful outside of it being a marriage, but don't call that shit, what Frank Lucas say, call that shit whatever you want to call it, but don't call that shit blue magic no more. Call that relationship whatever you want to call it, but don't call it a marriage no more. You're not looking for a husband. That's not what you're looking for, man. That's just not what you're looking for. You're looking for a partner. You're looking for an equal. You're looking to go 50-50. And that's fine. That's fine. If 50-50 is what you want, that's fine. But just understand that you're not gonna get the premium benefits package that a man usually comes with. And if you can find you a sucker that would allow that, hey, more power to you. You know, I mean, I'm happy for you. I hope you manifest that, but it's just not realistic. Now, I'm already been struggling a little too long. I'm camera going off and everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. If marriage is still important, you should still strive. We should still want to be it, man. Walking down that aisle, and for a man, that's a good thing too. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. It's still a good thing, but you gotta pick, and you. The same way we can't talk shit about them picking Pookies and Ray Rays if we picking Keishas and Dusties. So yeah, that's the last time I'm gonna let this camera go out. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Like, comment, subscribe before y'all guys leave. I know I'm struggling out here, but hey, if y'all like, comment, and subscribe, maybe I can get me some more equipment that can stay on. And I ain't got no card or whatever the hell this shit's saying in the screen, you know. But we out, man.